Atomfall's first DLC, The Wicked Isle, is out now, available for all players. This one is a pretty cool one. We don't know too much about it, but what we do know is it's got new enemies, a whole new location, and it allows you to go backwards and forwards between the mainland and the Wicked Isle. Now, it is located on a Midsummer Isle with different factions, different areas. It's going for a much more creepy and eerie vibe than the base game has. We're going to be able to move between the original island and have different endings that affect the main game from the DLC, which is actually quite cool. I do like this. Now, alongside this, there's also a massive update, which features tons and tons of fixes. As you can see, came out today. It's got loads and loads of general fixes, and I mean an absolute monumental amount of general fixes, loads of quest-specific stuff and location-specific stuff in there as well. So I'm glad that the team are still working on fixes and improving the game for all the players, which is great. It's always good when teams continue to upgrade and update their game and don't just do it for monetary gain rather than, putting out little... like Generation Zero did back in the day. If you're a follower of the main channel, you'll know what I mean by that. They basically only ever pushed out an update if they could sell something with it. But these guys do push out regular updates to fix any issues, which is great. Now, if you're a fan of Atomfall, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and stick around for much more. Atomfall is available for all players today. If you are playing on Game Pass, you will have to upgrade, which does come at a discounted price. Now, the main story or the full edition can be bought at £70, which includes absolutely everything. You can get a different edition on the Rebellion store for a little bit more than that. But if you are playing on Xbox or Game Pass, to get the actual upgrade to the deluxe edition, which then includes the Wicked Isle DLC, comes in at $18.89. So this is a £20 DLC. How good it's going to be, not really too sure. If it's like the main game, but has a little bit more of that creepiness, a little bit more survival elements to it, I do think it's going to be a good one. Now, we are going to be covering it as soon as this video finishes. A little bit after, we will have another video going over the first part of the storyline, but this is to go over the patch notes for today's update for those that aren't playing the Wicked Isle DLC. So let's jump in and check out what is in this update, and then later on today we'll have another video going over the Wicked Isle DLC. Now, for the most part, it is just general fixes, as you can see. We'll go through these one by one, and then we'll have a little bit of a look at the area changes and see what they've gone through there. So it will be pretty much of a read-off. There are a few known issues as well, but keep the team updated. If you do have any issues, let the guys know, and they will be pushing out. More than likely, we'll see some form of hotfix in the next week or so for the Wicked Isle DLC, if that does change anything in the main game. Now, for the general stuff, they've resolved issues where players would experience random movement and stuttering with their mouse. Orientation will no longer change dramatically after auto-saving. Issues where the map would become stuck on one region, which I did have that. Very, very annoying. Fixed issues where inventory occasionally kicked the player from the storage tubes. Issues where subtitles were not appearing or disappearing too quickly. Improved translations from various languages. Issues where ammo could go missing when equipping or moving weapons between slots. An already learnt message will no longer remain permanently in the inventory section. Issues where the map's region list would not expand if in pause menus. Fixed a crash that would occur when players traded for weapons whilst they had full ammo. The pin of an explosive lure is no longer visible after the player has pulled it out. Combat music tracks will now shuffle, so players have the lower possibility of hearing the same track twice in a row. Issues where players were unable to turn off the developer console. Ammo will no longer disappear after equipping a gun to a slot and then dropping the same weapon. The description for modified JM3 and other JM3 variants now reads correctly as fully automatic. Equipment shortcuts tutorial will no longer show a bandage in a quick slot, and it is not possible in-game. And the content installed notification for Deluxe Edition players on Epic now has the correct formatting, and the purchase text in the DLC screen has now been translated to Japanese. The privacy policy has also been localized, and descriptions have been added for melee, assist, strength, and rotation options. Then for quest specific, the correct outro will now be played when the player completes the game with Mother Yago's ending in all circumstances, and they've resolved an issue under certain circumstances where Joyce Tanner did not appear at her ending location. Then they've also fixed bunch of location-specific fixes in Wyndham, Casterfell, Skedemore, and the Interchange. Basically meaning certain areas that weren't inaccessible that should be are now accessible, and issues where you could get stuck are also fixed. So overall, pretty good. Fixes, always good. I like that they are still working on it and actively fixing the game. They do continue to upgrade and fix things all throughout their previous games, so like the Sniper Elite franchise. So I don't think there's any real sort of worry about these guys just dropping shit and disappearing. So that's good. I do hope they continue to work on the game. We don't know about any future expansions yet. Obviously, early news. The first one has just released, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes and how well it is received. But it is available from 2 p.m. UK time today. I do have a key from the guys at Rebellion, so massive thank you to them. I will shout them out a little bit more in the main gameplay footage that we do. That should be out around about 2 hours after this video goes live, so I'd probably say around about 11 o'clock on the 3rd of June. If that does sound good, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and stick around for much more Atomfall and other RPG titles. We're going to be covering a whole bunch of stuff. Just seen The Witcher's I've just seen The Witcher 4's tech demo. That's brilliant. We've got a video on that later on this week. As well as that, The Outer Worlds 2 also has some news. So I'm very excited to see what is coming on with Outer Worlds 2. Cannot wait to get stuck into that one. And The Witcher. We may also cover GTA 6 in the future. I'm still not 100% sure on that one yet. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. For now, though, we're going to wrap that one up there. It has been a shorter one than usual, but I've been Cowboy. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.